So today Emily's dad is up here for Emily's birthday, which was yesterday. I think we're gonna cut up some of these logs, some of these branches that fell, and we kind of figured out what we want to use them for. I want to build some Hugelkultur mounds and some raised beds, which I guess are going to be intertwined. Those are going to be one thing, raised Hugelkultur mound beds. Well, I'm also going to take a look and see if we can keep some of the wood for some art projects, things like that. There's some nice color in the rings. Done. Emily's on cleanup duty.
Clean up, clean up.
And everything goes back in the garden. This is going to become some nice mulch for the strawberries on top of the wood chips that we use. Everything's been getting a bit dried out. We haven't been watering as much as we probably should. Just getting lazy and getting priorities rearranged as we kind of finish the gardening season. You can see the basil's a little droopy over there. So I'm going to do a nice big water right now. The cannabis plants really need it too. The oregano is just taking over here. It's awesome. And all the dill is going to seed, so I gotta pick even more of those seeds soon. Life has a way of becoming serious, and seriousness, a serious life, it leads to stress, and it's just not good. It's just not a good way to be. Stress doesn't really help us. Like, sometimes we get things done because of stress, but it's usually in a rushed fashion or an incomplete fashion, or the entire time we're doing it, we're not really having fun with it, we're not enjoying it, and we're not putting our best selves forward. I mean, the way we feel, it manifests itself and it creates the world that we live in. You know, I think about this here. I think about this cut. I think about the day that I was having when I was trying to graft those trees, and I was thinking about all the different things I needed to do while I was doing that. I was distracting myself with podcasts just to be able to find it bearable to do something. I was not enjoying the moment. I was not having fun. You know, I'm all about having fun. And life has a way of just getting serious. You know, we start to believe that the consequences are greater than they actually are, that there's a need to be serious. And I think it's about balance, but I think that the balance is so much more like there's a need for so much more fun in the balance. Like the seriousness is like this big and the balance is like this big, you know. So it's a necessary part of life, is having fun, because it will create the life and the world that is good for us. There needs to be a lot more fun in our lives, and that means finding the joy in the tasks that we deem meaningless or unnecessary or annoying. You know, how do we deal with these in a way where they actually become something interesting? We make games. You know, that's what I've started to do, is I've started to make games out of some of the activities. I've started to realize that I'm fortunate to be living in this body with these hands and these eyes and these ears, and I have the ability to actively do things, and we all have that. And we spend so much time looking at these things, and we give so much value to what's in here, but it's really nothing in here as good as what's out there. So everybody go outside, enjoy nature. And that's the thing, is an experience where you're immersed in nature and you can feel the true essence of it, is a mystical experience. And mystical experiences are the best thing that we can have in this world, in my opinion. Straight up, this feeling of connectedness, of oneness, of wholeness. And so get out there and have some fun, enjoy life, and thanks for watching. The next little segment is going to be something that I'm going to be doing on the vlogs at the end of every vlog, and I'm going to tour you around one of the projects here on the homestead, and one of the things that I'm funding for strictly through Patreon. So if you want to support this project that I'm going to be talking about, you can do so by becoming a patron by clicking on the link below or going to patreon.com/ForrestStevens. And thank you to all the Patreons or patrons that we already have. You guys have built out the rainwater storage catchment system that we have, and I've also purchased an electric tiller with the funds from you guys, and we're going to do so much more with your help. So check out this next thing. All right, everybody, so I'm down in the cellar and I'm going to talk about a couple projects that I'm funding from Patreon, and one of those being insulating this ceiling here. So this is sort of it's not a vented basement, but it does have this door over on the left, and it's quite cold and wet down here. So we want to insulate our floor, and that will help retain heat for the winter, help us save money. And right now it's insulated with these foam boards, but there's parts missing, quite a bit of missing parts here. So I'm gonna fill those in, but ideally we would like to spray foam down here, because that creates a vapor barrier and way better insulation than this low density foam board, and even this batten insulation that is here as well. That's going to be a big upgrade, big expensive upgrade. If we do it ourselves, we can make videos about it and show kind of before and after and all that. So we would create content specifically about what we're doing and the energy savings that we would have. If we do it ourselves, I estimate it's probably going to cost about $1,000 minimum, I would say. Until then, I'm going to do some more foam board insulation, which will videotape as well. But if you want to support the project of us better insulating our house, being able to cut down on fuel and be able to retain more of that money for continuing on with the projects on the homestead, you guys can do so by supporting directly on Patreon. A link will be in the description, and we'll see you there. Thanks everybody else for watching.